He thought it was just another routine arrest. But 5 minutes later, the entire street was in chaos. And what this black woman did left everyone stunned. It was a quiet night, calm, almost peaceful. A young black woman drove home after her late shift. Her mind was already picturing her warm bed. Then suddenly, red and blue lights filled her mirror. Her stomach dropped. She hadn't been speeding. She hadn't broken any law. Yet the siren screamed louder. She pulled over. A white officer stepped out of his cruiser. His hand already rested on his holster. Her hands shook as she rolled down the window. "Did I do something wrong?" she asked. But he didn't answer. He scanned her car coldly. Then came the chilling words, "Step out of the vehicle." No reason, no explanation. Her heartbeat raced. She unbuckled slowly and stepped out. "What's happening?" she asked again. The officer smirked. "You people never learn," he muttered. Her chest tightened with fear. He grabbed her wrist harshly. "You're under arrest," he said. "For what?" she demanded. No reply came back. Pain shot up her arm as he twisted it. The cuffs rattled in his hand. Cars slowed to watch. Phones lifted to record. Whispers spread through the crowd. What's she being arrested for? She didn't even do anything. Her mind screamed, "Am I next?" In that moment of fear, she chose. Her free hand slipped into her purse. "Don't move!" the officer barked. The crowd froze. Her fingers wrapped around something heavy. And then, she pulled out a gun. Gasps ripped through the street. The officer stiffened, ready to fire. But she didn't aim at him. She raised it high above her head. A deafening shot cracked into the sky. The sound echoed across the block. The crowd screamed. Phones zoomed in closer. Her voice shook but grew louder. "I'm not your victim tonight." The officer hesitated, stepping back. The crowd chanted louder. "Let her go!" "This is wrong." She lowered the gun slowly, placed it on the ground, then raised her hands again. She didn't want blood. She wanted justice. Sirens wailed from a distance. Backup was coming, but the street was already alive. Dozens of voices shouted at once. "Why did you stop her? What crime did she commit?" The officer's face turned pale. He had no answer. "Tell them why you arrested me," she demanded. Silence hung heavy in the air, and the crowd roared louder. Within minutes, the video spread online. Headlines exploded. "White cop arrests black woman without cause. She fires back." The officer was suspended. But the damage was done. That single gunshot became a symbol, not of violence, but of defiance. Her words, "I'm not your victim tonight," echoed everywhere. Protesters painted them on signs. Comment sections flooded with outrage. She was released without charges, but her name was already history, and the world had seen the truth. Now let me ask you this. If you had been there, would you have filmed it? Would you have shouted for her? Or would you have stayed silent? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because your voice matters more than you think. And believe me, this won't be the last time someone underestimated the powerless. The next story I share is even darker.